Okay, well, hi, Allison. I want to thank you for coming back. I'm glad to see you. Can you fill me in a little bit on how things have been since the last time we talked and did your assessment?
Yeah, so I've gone from working 40 hours a week to staying at home doing nothing. So it's been a little rough.
Yeah.
The field is kind of an addicting thing, and
Sure.
now that I'm out of it, I feel, I don't want to say hopeless, but maybe helpless.
Okay. So you were working in the social work field before. Can you talk to me a little bit about what that was like for you and what kind of job you were doing?
Um, so the job I was doing was training and supervising advocates um, to help children in foster care, basically.
Wow.
And the the reason I had to leave that was because our boss was kind of crazy, to say the least.
Okay.
So it wasn't. I mean, it was my choice to leave, but never something I would have chosen.
Yeah, that sounds like it was something that you were really passionate about, so that had to be a really hard decision for you.
Yeah.
So how are you coping with that decision since you've left?
Not very well. I've
Okay.
got some unhealthy coping habits, such as drinking, and I try not to drink every day, but sometimes it happens, and I know it's unhealthy, but sometimes I just don't know what else to do.
Okay. So can you tell me a little bit about the drinking? Like what does it do for you? Does it make you feel better? Does it make you forget what happened? Does it make you feel more confident and stronger, like you can cope better? Or what is it about the alcohol that makes you feel better about what's going on right now?
Mostly the escape, because it gives me um, just a feeling of being light. Whereas everything else in my life feels so heavy on me.
Absolutely.
But it's just I can feel when I start to feel the alcohol take effect, I can literally feel a weight taken off my shoulders.
Sure.
So
Okay. Well, I can certainly understand wanting to forget everything that's going on right now because I can only imagine this has to be really difficult for you. Have you ever done anything in the past other than alcohol that was maybe a healthy choice that seemed to give you the same kind of effect?
nothing as effective,
Okay.
I should say, but some healthy coping skills that I have just from over the years are taking baths, different self-care, like lotion, just lots of girly things, like doing my hair.
Just things that make you feel good about yourself?
Yeah.
That's good. So you don't feel that any of those things did quite the same thing for you that the alcohol does, though?
Correct.
Okay. So do you have any ideas of some new options that we could try that maybe you're interested in, you've heard about, you know, other people that are trying that you think might be able to give you that same kind of effect of being able to kind of escape what this is that you're struggling with?
Well, one thing I've considered, but is not necessarily a healthy coping skill, was smoking weed.
Okay.
So, but still illegal in this state, so that's not really healthy
Sure.
either. Sometimes listening to music gives me an escape,
Okay.
fairly similar to like drinking. Sometimes it depends
Okay.
on the mood I'm in, but
Okay.
that helps. Also, I guess watching TV, if I'm super into it,
Mhm.
I'm not really thinking about anything else.
Sure. Okay. Well, one fact that I do want to point out, which I'm sure you're probably already aware of, but we'll just kind of discuss really briefly, is that both of these intoxicants that you're speaking of, the alcohol and the marijuana, are, of course, both of them are depressants. And so when you're already kind of upset and feeling anxious or depressed, if you're feeling kind of down about what's going on, the last thing that we want to do is add more depressant on top of that because that can just compound everything and make it seem hopeless or make you feel helpless and you're really going to start really losing that sense of direction that we need you to have so that we can get you on a positive path.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to try to discuss today maybe some things that we can do that will kind of alter this pathway of thinking that you're on, and try to start gearing away from, feeling the helplessness and the hopelessness and your loss of direction, and start trying to refocus on some of the more positive things that, even if they don't exist in your life right now, maybe some goals that you might want to set for yourself, that would give you a reason to be a little bit more positive and have a different kind of outlook other than what you have right now. So do you have any particular goals of something that you'd like to achieve, something you want to work for, something you'd like to do for yourself? It doesn't have to be anything big or major, just something that could improve your life or the way that you feel about yourself.
I would say definitely getting back into the field.
Into the social work field?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because that's my passion. That's what I do. That's what I was made to do.
Okay. Perfect.
And so, I guess I could take steps towards doing that, like looking at jobs online and maybe sending in an application or two.
Okay.
Another goal that I have is definitely to go back to school and work on my master's degree.
Okay.
But that's kind of a little bit far off right now. So
Okay. Why do you think it's far off right now?
just because of where I'm at in life,
Okay.
my goal is to work somewhere that would pay for my master's.
Sure.
Obviously, I'm not working right now. And my parents, of course, have offered to pay for it, but then that's just going to have all kinds of strings attached. And so,
Okay. So you don't want that hanging over your head, making you feel obligated or have that burden. Okay. Makes sense. So what it sounds like to me, from what you're saying, is that while you may have this goal of wanting to go back to school, probably what's going to be the most realistic for you and the most feasible at this point is getting back into the social work field, which you have said more than once is your passion and what you really love to do. So let's talk really quickly about a couple of points that we can make, kind of like a mental list for you, and I can write these down after the session if you'd like to take home with you. But just a couple of things that would be easy for you to work on, not going to put a whole lot of strain or stress on you, that would help get you closer to that goal. So do you have any ideas of what those might be? Do you have anybody in the field that you're familiar with that might know of some job openings, or maybe could write a referral letter for you, or a letter of recommendation, or kind of point you in the right direction?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Do you feel comfortable reaching out to those people or that person?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So do you think that would be a good bullet point to put on your list to work towards the goal? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's try to get at least one more bullet point that we could add to that list. What's something else that you think that you could do to work towards that goal of getting back into the field?
Definitely looking at jobs online and maybe putting in a couple of applications.
Okay. Do you think, do you want to try to set a goal for yourself, like how many you want to do per day or per week, or do you kind of just want to, do you have like something in particular in mind in terms of the realm of social work that you want to go into, or do you just want to be a social worker in any sense of the word?
Definitely child welfare.
Okay.
Maybe looking at jobs in child welfare. As far as a timeline, maybe putting in 2 applications a week.
Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. I think that's a really good goal. It's a really good way to start working towards the big picture, which is getting you back into the field. And I'm going to give you a really quick assignment for next week that we're going to go over. So I want you to do 2 things for me. I want you to reach out to the person or persons that we discussed and talk to them about helping you get back into the field and any recommendations or advice that they may have. And then we'll talk about that conversation next week. And then I also want you to make just a really short list. It can be 1 or 2 things. It doesn't have to be super detailed. But I want you to kind of come up with just a little bit of a backup plan. If for some reason you aren't able to find the exact job that you have envisioned in your mind to be your dream job, if there is 1 other job or 2 other jobs in the social work field that would be outside of child welfare that you would still feel comfortable doing. Okay? Okay. So if you have any questions for me, let me know. And otherwise, I'm going to ask that you fill out this session rating scale form for me, just so that we can have a little bit of review of where you feel like we're at with our sessions and how you're feeling about how things are going, okay? All right, thank you so much, Allison.